Rohani, what's up?
Nothing new.
Jarrell, dude, I
Going
saw
on?
you like workout post online. You're ripped, dude.
Yeah, I've been working out for a little bit.
A little bit. And he's modest. Let's see. Jarrell, I'll let your fathom. Rohani, do you have a note taker in here?
No,
Okay. I just want to like if you're not here, I'm not gonna let your note taker in. Doesn't make any sense. Marlon, welcome.
Hello, Michael.
What's going on, dude?
Nothing much. You? How are you?
Oh, I'm excellent. I'm really excited to share walk through walk through with you guys what I have for you today. Um it's pretty cool. And it was something I made with another client when they were kind of like struggling, and so we kind of like mapped out some stuff, and we basically put a visual to the conversation more so than we already have. So I think it's really going to change the way you guys look at a look at a conversation and just make it a lot easier.
Okay, cool. Thank
But
you.
yeah,
Nice.
guys, if shoot, if it's just the three of us, I mean, you guys, this is almost a one-on-one for you guys. So let's start off with some wins. What's going well out there? Rohani, we'll start with you.
nothing. I've been sick for the past 2 weeks, so I didn't join.
Okay, gotcha. But so you're sick, but what was one good thing that happened today? It could be you made your bed.
Oh, today, um, I got through my work day smoothly.
Okay.
Um, Yesterday I connected with Garrett, so I have a mock call scheduled for Monday.
Hey.
I did have couple about 2 weeks ago with Janet. Yeah, that was it. So next week I want to schedule a lot of mock calls. And
Cool.
by the end of this month, I hope to graduate. Yeah.
Yes, Rohani, that's great news. I can't believe you didn't start off with that. Come on, get out of here. You Everything's going awesome. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry you felt sick for the last 2 weeks.
Thanks.
Um, Jarrell, hit me up, man. What's going well out there?
So, yeah, I got back on an offer. So, was onboarded this week.
Okay.
Gonna start on Monday. Um, and of course, since I accepted that offer, another better offer came around. So I had another interview last night with actually Jacob Combs, one of
Yeah.
Matt's friends for the Ecom Wolf. So he was really happy with me and scheduled another meeting with like another person from that team.
Cool.
So really looking forward to that.
Awesome. One thing I got brewing in the background, I'm gonna be pretty soon I'm gonna be working with a lot of like companies, doing providing like AI strategies for other companies. And so, if they're wanting to grow big or big enough, they're gonna need setters too. So I'll definitely keep you guys you know, in the loop on what's going on there. But
Nice.
that's exciting. It's something I'm excited about, just helping other companies grow. But Marlon, man. Well, Jarrell, that's good to hear. Congrats on getting on an offer. And look, man, if you find something better out there and you gotta hop real quick and be like, hey, man, I would just say, hey, man, like, I got an offer I can't refuse. It just came through. It was unexpected, but I wanted to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna go jump over there so we don't waste time. Right.
You know,
And just be honest with them,
that's what
man.
I
Yeah.
came. Pretty much that's what I came to. It's like if I get the better offer, it's like I'll be honest with them. Give them as much time as I can. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So just want to make sure you take the opportunity when it comes by, and you don't like feel bad about it or anything. Like, look, it happens. It's better that you don't waste their time. You just tell them up front.
Hmm.
Once you get the offer, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But Marlon, what's going
Yes.
well, man?
Um, I've been practicing the mock calls and
Mhm.
everything, and I just wanted to ask you, I want to do today my mock call, like to get the certification, if is okay.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Okay.
Clearly, we've got time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I see a big drop off in people. Maybe it's because I haven't been as active in school. I've been pretty busy. Um, yeah. We used to have what, like 10, 12 people.
Yeah.
Tell all the other students they're slack and they need to show up. Anyway, yeah, Rohani, you're in charge.
Okay, I will.
Um, so Marlon, um, why don't we get the mock call out of the way? That way you can relax and then we can go through the training. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, man. Um, and what offer are you doing today? Are you doing STC or
Yeah, the fitness program.
oh you're doing the fitness? Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, is losing weight and gaining muscle.
Okay, right, the fitness program. Gotcha,
Mm-hmm.
man. All right, so Rohani, we'll just go screens off. It'll just be me and Marlon here for the next few minutes, and we'll go from there. But Marlon, let me get my note card out here,
Okay.
and we will be ready to go pretty soon. Let's see. And so the main thing I wanted you to work on is the discovery. So
Mm-hmm.
what I want to do just to make this efficient for you is I want to go through discovery and then I want to stop when you say I want you to say, hey, the transition into like pitching,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to pitch, and then we'll just stop there. Don't feel like you have to like book the call or anything like that.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
So
I am
the
ready
last
to go whenever you are.
yeah, so the last part is gonna be the financial qualification. After that, we stop, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Ring ring. Hey, this is Michael.
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Marlon from the Marathon Fitness Program. How are you today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. The reason of my call is because we saw you recently request some information
Mhm.
about the starting fitness program with us. This is a bad time for having this call.
No, I've got a few minutes.
Okay, that's good. So just to give you a little bit more context about this call, my main goal here is just to provide you with some information so you can decide if this is right for you. Uh, our program focuses in two main things, is the losing weight and gaining muscle. So in which one are you looking for?
Um, First I want to lose weight, and then I'd definitely be interested in like gaining muscle down the road for sure. So I guess
Okay.
both, but right now losing weight.
Okay, so your main goal right now is losing weight and your big goal is losing weight and also gaining some muscle.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay. So why you want to lose weight?
Well, shoot, man, I feel like over these last few years, I mean, since my knee, I injured my knee probably like 5 years ago, and I really haven't been to the gym since. And so I feel like I just fallen out of touch. I've kind of like lost motivation, and me and my wife were talking the other day, and one of my relatives like passed away, and so like, shoot, like maybe I ought to take this seriously. So, um, so yeah, here I am.
Oh, so how was for you like um hearing that new for you like losing your parent, like your familiar?
Yeah, it was it was actually my wife's aunt.
Okay.
It was just crazy. It was like one day she was there, the next day she was gone. I mean, she had some health complications, but it's just like, hey, you never know. So, I don't want my weight to become an issue and create other health complications. So it just got me thinking. I'm like, hey, it's time to do something.
And have you been like, I mean, yes, it's tough, but have you been like, have you been having like overweight problems?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, yeah,
I mean, what kind of problems? Like, can you be like a little bit more specific?
probably like, just like since I have gained weight, exercises are harder, and so I just want to like, I want to find something that works for me, and it's not gonna like destroy me. But and then also, I don't know if you guys help with like diet plans and stuff like that, but like helping count calories and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just really
we
to
do
do that.
like part of our program is giving you a workout plan and nutritional plan as well. But let me ask you, Michael, like for how long this been an issue for you?
Well, um, like really over the past 2 years, it's probably gotten the worst. Yeah.
Okay, 2 years. In that's a lot of time. And have you tried like something before?
Honestly, I haven't been motivated till now.
And why
Yeah, I've
now?
just
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I've just, been so busy with work and new jobs and you know um but it's time to I've just been busy, man.
Okay, I mean that's fair enough. Like sometimes having a busy schedule, it's an issue, like to try to achieve these goals. But as part of this program, we offer like also someone who's gonna take care of you with accountability. So besides that, how's your relationship with the food? I mean, you told me like you tried some diet before, but can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I mean, my relationship with food is I love it. But I would say I would say it's not as healthy as it used to be, just like, hey, if it's in front of me, I feel like I have to eat it all kind of stuff. And Um, I know I don't have the healthiest diet. It's just like, since I am so busy, I usually just go for the most convenient thing, which is never the healthiest thing, right? Um, and so that's really it. I think it just comes down to like, um, I don't really know what it comes down to, but um, yeah, I wouldn't say have the healthiest relationship with food, but it's not like, it's not like crazy out of control.
I mean, I can blame you. I mean, I like to eat a little food, but I mean, this is part from our health to take care of us. So you never had like a structured plan in your diet before?
I have before. Like I used to be insanely fit. It's
Okay.
just like I would run 8 miles a day. I probably weighed, I think I was 200 and what was it 17 pounds. I'm 6'4". I was like 217 pounds and I was like solid muscle, dude. I'd run like 8 miles a day. I'd work out for an hour. It was insane. And I know how hard it was to get there. And so
Yeah.
I'm I just lost touch with it, and it's just kind of like this big hill I got to climb.
I know. I mean, that's tough, but getting the track is a good start. Um, so you told me you've been in shape like a long time ago. So sorry, I'm blocked. Can we do it again, please?
The whole call?
Yeah, if it's not a problem. I feel blocked right now.
Feel blocked.
Yeah.
What's got you feeling blocked?
Um, don't know to be honest.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit, but I've been feeling like better in the calls, but
Hmm.
always in this call is like I just get blocked with the workflow in the call.
Okay. Well, how about this? How about we go through the training and then at the end we'll do it again?
Yeah, sure. Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah. All right. Screen's back on. Let's go. Let's see. We got Liz. What's up, Liz?
Hello.
Hey, how's that new computer working for you?
It's working great.
Awesome. I know you got some wins.
No,
No.
no, because the thing that I thought was going to be a good job was a scam.
Yeah, well, I mean, glad you asked. But I'm talking about like you had your interview with the recruiter.
No, it's not till the 25th.
Not till the 25th. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I put it down on the wrong day, and he's like, no, we're scheduled for the 25th." I said, "Well, sorry, I messed up on that one."
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Okay, now I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Okay.
no,
Well,
I'll just wait till that comes around. Not a problem. I'd rather go with someone who's more trustworthy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so this is a good lesson. Like if you are looking for a job and someone asks you to pay for training, don't do it. Run the other direction. So Liz had a great question, searching for jobs and you never know what's out there, but it doesn't like you should look. You just need to be aware. So, um, actually show of hands, you don't have to like virtually raise it, but just put your hand up in the video. Like, would a training around like maybe red flags to look for in a job be helpful for you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
I'll send that back and I know Matt's been crazy busy, but definitely want to make sure either he'll make it or I can make a video about that about red flags in businesses. That way you guys don't fall into any like weird traps. And
Yeah, for example, sorry to
yeah, go
interrupt.
ahead.
One of them asked me my credit score. It was like, why you're asking me that?
That's the
It's
stupidest thing
weird.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's see. So guys, Jarrell, any feedback for Marlon? I know
Yeah,
you
I was just typing a little thing in the chat there. Yeah, I know Marlon was, must be nervous. It's his second time around. I know I've been mocking with him. I know he really wants to pass, but yeah, Marlon, I would just say like, just maybe slow yourself down a little bit because I know how it could feel like when you're, under pressure. It's like, oh, I need to come up with the question now, but it's
Mm.
like it was like throwing you some lob balls there, and it's like, I think if you would have just like took the time to listen to what he said. He said he's like, oh, over the past 2 years, he's like, now it's just like, I really feel like I got to get back into shape or something like that. And he just moved on. But you could have been like, oh, wow, man, like what's been going on like the past 2 years that's really motivating you to, to make a change now. And then it's like he would have started opening up a whole bunch more. And then he said like another time, he said like, yeah, he's like, I used to be 217 pounds and, ripped and all this stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, man. Like, well, what kind of happened, Oh, he said he lost touch. It's like, well, what happened, what happened where you lost touch and, you know, gained the weight back, because then he would have told you a little bit more. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I would just say maybe slow yourself down, just like even say the question back in your head one more time before you even say something if you have to. Like, there's no rush. But
Exactly.
other than that, I think he was doing good.
Yeah, I think you're and Marlon just, for the what you did so far. Like I thought your intro had really good energy. You sounded really confident. And then you
Mhm.
got in, and then it was just like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's okay. Like, I think Jarrell is exactly right. And Jarrell, you mind if I pick on you here for a minute?
Go ahead.
Okay. This has been something, we've worked on with not just Jarrell, but like a ton of other students, right? It's like, hey, you just got to have confidence in yourself. And I want you to look forward to speaking with the person and helping them. That's all we're doing right there, right? So have confidence in your abilities to just be like, oh, okay. And just think about what I said, and like, I don't want you in the mind of like, what's the perfect question? I got to figure it out because there's no perfect question, but the perfect thing to do is just listen, right? There's no perfect question. The perfect choice in every moment is to listen. Okay. Just listen. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then just be curious. Be like, huh, why is that? Or why do you say that? Or what's going on there?
Mhm.
Why that long? Oh man, you used to be super fit. How did that feel? Oh, okay, cool, man. So yeah, just like Jarrell said, what caused you to lose touch? Okay. Huh. So at all times, the right decision is to actively listen, right? There's no perfect question. There are, questions asking good questions is a skill, but there's no perfect question, right?
Mhm.
So, don't, in I know Liz and I have gone over this too. It's like, don't put yourself in the box of a script, right? A
Mhm.
script is there to give you tools that you can pull out at any time during a conversation organically, right? Now, as you get in an offer, you're going to notice patterns that will, very seamlessly like flow into another topic. But, don't even worry about that. All you have to do is listen to what the person's saying, figure out what the problem is and dig into that, and then what the goal is, right? And that's actually what I want to walk you guys through is a flow chart of a pain first conversation that I found works really, really, really well. And it's too bad there's not more people here today because this is awesome. And actually, I want to give Liz a little bit of credit here because this is something like her and I sat on a call for like an hour and a half and just like walked through this thing and she's like, "Oh, how about this? How about that?" And so she was kind of like the inspiration behind this.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm gonna share. Okay. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
All right, cool. So this a collaborator cursors meeting participants can edit now. So this is what I found is a very, very good flow to a pain first conversation, right? So Marlon, this would have worked perfect for you in this scenario. So big ticket items, we want to discover the pain. We want to figure out what happens if nothing changes, right? The cost. We want to ask, okay, so what is your timeline? When do you want to fix this, right? If nothing changes, right? When do you want to make a change? And then you see where it says support and money at the top and then support and money at the bottom. These are optional places where you can ask about those things. Okay. So if you feel like, hey, after you ask timeline, hey, when do you want to make a change? Cool. You want to make a change now, right? They should always say like now. Then you can ask perfect. Since you want to make a change, does your family support you in doing this? Spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, dog, cat, whatever, board member, business partner? Do they support you in this change? Oh, why is that? Right. So you can ask it there. And okay, cool. If they support you in this, you want to make a change now. Like, do you have anything set aside to really make that change in terms of finances? Right. We have a lot of motivation to answer that question at this point. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that you don't ask support and money in both places. It's optional. Okay. And with the money question, there's optional ways to ask it depending on where you're at in the script, in the flow chart. So after paying cost, timeline, support, and money, if you feel like it's appropriate, then we're going to go into goals. Okay. We're going to discover the goals. And then, if we haven't asked about money or support, we can ask about that there, right? Awesome. Since it's your goal to do this, what do you have set aside right now to help make that happen? Right. And then support. Cool. Do you feel like, you go through their goals? Do you feel like your spouse would support you in spending more time with the family, making more money? Oh, there we go. Making more money and, not being so tired when you come home every day? Yeah, they would. Oh, why's that? Right? They're not going to say no. No, my wife doesn't want me to make more money, spend more time with the family, and not come home exhausted, right? That wouldn't make any sense. And then we ask the doubt questions. Cool. We've got the pain. We've got the commitment to change now. We've got the goals. Now we have to figure out where they're at. Are they a never tried anything before person? Are they a tried a few things before person? Or are they I've tried an everything person? Okay. That's why we ask doubt questions. Doubt is what have you tried before and why didn't it work? Okay. So, what is going on? Is it reloading for you guys as well? That is weird. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Anyway, so we ask doubt questions. What have you tried? Why didn't it work before? Um, and what I want to do is I want to kind of like break down in more detail each one of these sections so you guys have a deeper understanding of the flow chart and kind of you can kind of adapt it to whatever situation you're in. Okay. Um, Weird. Okay. So, and anyway, and so then, after we ask the doubt questions, you know, we see what they've tried before, why didn't work, you know, and what they feel like they need moving forward to make them successful, right? They're literally going to tell us what they need. Cool. So if you could get those things you needed to help you reach your goals and avoid the pain and meet with one of our specialists, do you feel like that would be, that'd be feel like that'd be helpful? Of course, it's always going to feel like it's going to be helpful, right? And so do a short recap. Did I get that right? Yeah, you got it right. Perfect. So here's my recommendation, right? And then you book the call and time down. You sure that time, what do you got going on later today? Are you sure that works for you? 100%. Yes. Okay, cool. So, um, so we can go through this. So you go, you do your intro, right? And this is assuming you've done the intro. You do the intro. You say, so what do you feel like, what do you feel like we could help you with? Or what are you hoping we could potentially help you with? And then they'll, assuming they say like a pain first. Hey, Marlon, we'll use your example. Hey, I want to lose some weight. Okay. Gotcha, man. What's going on that's got you wanting to lose weight? Okay. So we want to discover at least two pain points here. So we can do what's called a pain sandwich. So has everyone here heard me talk about a pain sandwich? Yeah, Jarrell, you have. Rohani, Marlon, you. Okay, cool. So a pain sandwich. We're going to layer in the things they say. We're going to make a sandwich and then we're going to feed it to them. But since it's a pain sandwich, it's not going to taste good and they're not going to want any more. Okay. So that's like the concept we're doing. They're going to be like, this is terrible. I don't want any more. And you're going to be like, great. When are you looking to make a change? And they go, now. Okay. So a pain sandwich. So you dig in. you discover. You get some good feeling words, and they say, okay, so Jarrell, you've gone the past 2 years, felt like you haven't spent enough time with your family, and you come home tired all the time, right? And you just have no time to play with the kids. Um, so how long has that been going on for? Or, you know, you haven't had time to play with the kids. You feel like you're always frustrated and stressed out. How long has that been going on for? Right? Okay. What other areas has this affected? Oh, gotcha. So if these pains, these two, if these pains, and you can do more, right? If these pains have been going on for this long, we're layering the sandwich now, right? If these pains have been going on for this long and it's affected these things, well, Jarrell, do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Got it.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, how's all that make you feel, man? And then he's going to tell me, right? He's going to spill his guts, provided I've built good rapport, right? And trust. That's a pain sandwich. If this has been going on for this amount of time and it's affected you in these ways, can I ask you a personal question? Yes. How does that, how does all that make you feel, man? Boom, we get to the core of the pain, right? It makes me feel like a bad dad, right? Oh man. And you could even go further and be like, how long have you felt like that for? The entire time? Oh man, okay. So that's the pain sandwich. So now we've got to the root feeling of the pain, right? Very powerful emotion. Now, pro tip here, you want to pause. Okay. Pauses are really powerful. So if Jarrell, if I'm talking to Jarrell and Jarrell asks me, hey, can I ask you a personal question? Like, how does all that make you feel? And I go, Jarrell, man, it makes me feel like a bad father. And he's like, hmm. If nothing changes, like in the last 2 years, in the next 2 years, or like the previous 2 years, what then? Right. But you see how that pause, you just like they sit in that pain and it's just like, I want to get out of this. That's
Mhm.
powerful right there. That's pro tip. Um, and then usually when you ask him this question, and this is why I included the little second part here. Usually when you ask him like, okay, if nothing changes, what then? They go, I don't even want to think about it. Or like they'll give you like they want to avoid the pain. They don't want to think about the consequences, right? Because our brains naturally want to avoid that because it's uncomfortable, right? And you go, no, seriously, what would happen, right? So Jarrell's talking to me. He's like, man, like what would happen the next 2 years if you don't fix your business? Oh, I don't even want to think about it. No, seriously, what would happen? Oh, we'd go in the red and we'd probably go bankrupt and I'd have to sell my house and we'd be on the streets and blah, 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 blah. Oh, dude, I see. I'm guessing you don't, I'm guessing you don't want that to happen. No, I don't want it to happen. Okay. So then this meshes really nicely with the timeline question. But do you see how they've had a self-realization of pain. They know the consequences of not fixing that pain or changing their situation. And now we go, well, if that's the case, like when are you looking to make a change? Everyone should say now, right? Or we haven't built a big enough problem. Does that make sense? Like that why we have those in that sequence?
Mhm.
Cool. So we've built so much pain and so much motivation to get them to say they want to make a change now. Like it just makes sense. And so this is where we can insert support and money. Okay. Okay. So Rohani, if you're looking to make a change now, like, do Do you feel like your husband would support you in making that change? And Rohani, I don't know if you have a husband or not. I'm just, role playing here.
No, he won't.
There you go. So, um, do you feel like your husband would support you in, making this change and avoiding everything they said when they said, at the cost of an action? And then, you know, if the person says yes, you go, oh, really? Why do you say that? Right? And then they start explaining why their spouse or their partner or whatever is supportive, right? Or if they say no and you go, okay, why do you say that? Same question. And they go, because this, and this reason. Okay. Well, so I mean, even if you were like 10 out of 10 on a process, you feel like this could get you to where you want to go, and your spouse says no. I mean, are you willing to settle for that? Yes, no. If they say, yes, I'm willing to settle that, then we've got bigger problems, and we don't have time to go through that right now. If they say no, okay. So what do you think? What do you think we need to do to get them on the same page? Right? And then be like, well, we could talk to them. Okay, cool. So we can definitely talk about that later on down the road. But assuming all this goes well and they go, yes, my partner, spouse, business, cat, dog, whatever supports me, perfect. What makes you say that? Awesome. I'm happy that's the case. And then you can be like, okay, so if we were, so right now, if we were to just replace your income, right here, and it gives you an example here. Okay, so if we were just to replace what you're making every month right now, um, what would that be specifically? Right? And they'd be like, this is what I'm making right now. Okay. And then you kind of got a soft financial qualifier. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. So, let's say we reach that point. I'm guessing you don't want to stay there. No. Okay. So ultimately, if you do want to make a change, what would your goal be? Right? And then we get the bigger goal. Awesome. What makes you say that? Oh, well, how would that change things for you? Right? Just like pain, you want them to walk you through goals, and you want them to paint that picture and bring it to life, you know? And what's really powerful, if this person has a family or if they have somebody or someone else, which people usually do, that they're like trying to support or trying to do things for, how do you think that other person you're trying to do something cool for would feel if you did that thing, right? And then you just watch their faces light up. Like, oh man, I would be able to take my daughter to horse riding lessons, finally, right? I would be able to take my kids to Disney World, whatever it is. I'm just being silly. But and then you watch their face light up, and now you've got the goal, and you're like, okay, got it. And then you can even ask money again. Awesome. Okay. Since that's your goal, like, and here's a pro tip that I don't have in here. Is there anything else more important than reinsert goal here? Right? It'd be, yeah, this is more important. Oh, tell me more about that. Or, nope, that's the most important thing. Okay. Hmm. So, I mean, if that's the most important thing and that's your goal, like, what do you have set aside right now to make that happen? Right? But do you see how we're building a ton of motivation to answer that question? And it just like fits super nicely in there. And it's not like, what's going on with what's going on with you? Okay, gotcha. So like when do you want to do something like this? Okay, gotcha. So like what's your credit score? It's not a checklist. And it's hard for me. It's like so hard for me to like do it out of sequence now because I've done it so much. But um And this is where, I mean, this is where you can even throw another spouse discovery in there. Okay. So if your goal is to, do you feel like your spouse would support you in spending, goals, spending more time with the family, making more money, and getting you guys out of living month to month? Well, yeah, right? Of course they would. Oh, why is that? Well, because they've been trying to do the same thing as I have. Oh, okay. And so, I mean, if this is something you guys, not even if this is something you guys, if you found the right thing, is this the decision you feel like you guys would make together? Or is this completely in your hands right now? Or is the decision like completely in your hands right now? Oh no, it's completely up to me. Like this is my thing. My wife, husband supports me, whatever. Or yeah, yeah, I know. I definitely want to talk to her first. Like I'd want to talk to my wife first. Honestly, I would. Okay, cool. No problem. And then you wait for the pitch. We'll save that nugget of information, and we have to make sure that they're on the next call. Like both of them show up to the next call. It's a must. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to come up in the end. Got to talk to my wife. Can't make a decision now. They're going to have to try to go for the deposit close, and your close goes way, your close ratio goes way down. Okay. Gotcha. So glad they're supportive. So, I mean, if you guys want to make 15K a month, stop living paycheck to paycheck and do goal, goal, goal. Like, what have you tried before to get there? Right now, we're getting into doubt questions. What have you tried before to make that happen or get there or do that? Okay. So, here's something I want to explain, and this is not on the chart. Um, I kind of alluded to it earlier, but there's going to be three types of people in the doubt. There's going to be someone who's never done anything before, which is like, oh, well, what happened? Is there anything specifically that happened that makes you want to do something like about it now and not the past 3 years or like however long, right? There's the person who's never done anything before. This is their first time. Um, there's the person who's done a few things, right? And so we want to ask, okay, we want to go through each one of those things, figure out why those couple of things didn't work, and then based on those things, what do you feel like you would need in order for this to work for you, right? They're not so burnt out and they're not so jaded that despite their wanting to have a better life, they're just not going to move forward because they think everything's a scam now, right? They haven't been they don't have that much baggage yet, right? So and unfortunately, bad experiences, bad companies, and there are people out. Liz tried to interview for a job and they wanted to charge her money. Like that's a legit scam. It's crazy. Like, and it's the unfortunate reality we live in. We just have to be really careful about what we do, right? And so we live in a world that requires us to build a tremendous amount of trust. Okay. And that's why, Marlon, that's why active listening is the number one thing I want you to do, and don't worry about anything else, right? Because with active listening, you ask good questions, they feel heard, understood. And when that happens, you build trust. Okay. All right. So the third person. So the first person was, I've never done anything. Cool. What stood out about this specifically that made you want to try this? What else have you looked at before? Why didn't you try those things? Okay, cool. What do you feel about this? What about this specifically do you feel like would make you successful? Or what stood out about this that made you feel like this would be a possibility for you? Right? That's client number one. Number two is I've tried a couple of things, right? Okay, out of those things, why didn't those work specifically? Okay, knowing what you know now, what do you feel like you would need to be successful in the next, with something like this? And they'll tell you exactly what they need. Okay, cool. They're still motivated to try something. The third person, I've tried everything. Everything's a scam. I hate the world. Okay. And then Liz, I see you laughing. And you'll run into these people. Well, there's a problem here because, and Liz, I'm going to pick on you for a second. What do you think their belief is right now around online offers or programs for client number three?
Because they've been lied to or they've been brought into things and they've never seen anything happen.
Right, which creates what kind of belief inside of
Oh,
them?
they're going to doubt themselves and everything that they're hearing.
Exactly. They have their belief is that nothing works. I can't do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're there because they want to, but they've been burned so many times that they just don't feel comfortable moving forward, right? But they still want
Right.
something, otherwise they wouldn't be there. Okay.
Correct.
So that was perfect. Sorry, my daughter got me this squishy cube, so when I talk, I squish it. So if you hear this in the background, that's what I'm doing. Um, so with that person, we have to, since they have right now they have this is advanced stuff, but I want you guys to understand this. Right now they have a core belief that says everything online's a scam or I can't do it, right? I'm incapable. It's either one or both of those things. So we actually need our job now is to uncover that core belief because Jarrell, if I don't uncover that core belief, what's going to happen when that person jumps off the call?
They're not going to jump back on another call with a closer, that's for sure.
Exactly. They're not going to show up. Oh, just another scam. That's what they're going to think, right? So with prospect number three, the I've tried everything prospect, what we have to do is we absolutely have to discover that core belief.
Yeah.
And now you'll get on offers and they're just like, I want you to keep everything under 15 minutes. But bro, I promise you, if you don't discover this core belief, they're not going to show up to the next call. So this is going to be so
Mhm.
important. And I want you guys to get along with the team, but I promise you this will help make you guys money. And so I've tried everything. Oh, okay. When you say you've tried everything, like, what do you mean? What specifically have you tried? Okay, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this, I've tried this. Well, Marlon, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. Like, most people would have just given up by now. Like, what's got you keeping on, keeping on? This.
because I know I can.
Sorry, we can role play. Go ahead. What's got you keeping on, keeping on?
Because I know I can do it.
What makes you say that?
Because I feel like nothing is impossible.
Gotcha, man. I mean, I hear you say you can do it, but like, I mean, can I just be honest with you for a second?
Yes.
I mean, the common factor I see between all these things is you. So, what makes you think this time is going to be different?
Because I'm gonna put the necessary to achieve my goal.
Okay. So, what do you feel like is necessary for you to achieve that goal? When you say, "Hey, I have to put in what's necessary," what does that look like for you?
Keep practicing and getting better
Mhm.
until getting a point I will make it.
Okay. And what would help you do that?
Um, Practicing, learning.
Okay. So how like I mean, I'm sure there are
Yes.
other offers where you kind of like practiced and did all this, but like what specifically can we do to make sure that you succeed this time? Like I want you to walk me through that specifically.
um, the guidance, in how you teach.
Okay. So how do you feel like you learn best?
How I, sorry, can you repeat it?
Yeah. So when you said, "Hey, we need to teach you," how do you feel like you learn best? How can we teach you best?
Mm,
Like, are you a
me,
visual learner? Are you do you like, step-by-step instruction? Are you looking for us to like hold your hand along the way? Like what would help you the most?
say step by step.
Okay, step by step. Now, what do you feel like, you know, what did you see about this that you felt like would be different over everything else you've tried?
Mm, like the coaching, like having these meetings to solve the questions
Mm,
I can have.
okay. And so if you felt like you had, an expert coach, if you feel like you had a very clear step-by-step plan and, you had multiple live sessions every week and like daily huddles with sales coaches, do you feel like that would get you to where you want to go this time?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And I just got to ask, man, like if we provided all that, do you feel like you would with guidance would have the discipline to like implement all that?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. All right. Well, do you see we like walk through that? And this is totally
Yeah.
organic, right? Every conversation is going to be different, but do you see now we have a belief that this is different, and we have a belief that himself and these other environments weren't succeeding. This is going to be different. This is what I need to succeed. I can do it, right? So we went from Marlon, I know you never doubted yourself in the first place, but we went, theoretically, we went from a place where, hey, none of this stuff worked. I'm jaded. I hate the world to I can do it. I have exactly what I need. And yes, this will work. Right. And I believe in myself. So we have to, if it's the third prospect, you have to spend time making sure that we understand and change that belief that this is different and they can do it and they have what they need to succeed. Okay. You have to. Otherwise, they're not going to show up. Does that make sense to everybody? Because that's really, really important.
Yeah, it makes sense. Could
Cool.
you not have tried like having that conversation? Like, another way is like, they're saying like, oh yeah, everything's a scam. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Could you not just be say something like, well, like, do you believe that there's people actually, like legit making money online with XYZ? And like get them to say, well, yeah, because I'll like we'll either get them to say yes or no, but then like challenge them on that. Like if they say, like, yeah, I think there's people like making money online doing this, and be like, well, like, why do you think it couldn't work for you? Like, why don't you think you would be able to do it?
You could absolutely do that.
Okay. No, I was just
So,
wondering in the back of my head because I was just trying to play out like a scenario as you were saying that. I was thinking like, well, maybe could it go like this?
yeah. So, Jarrell, you can like, you can be the scam guy. We can role play this real quick. You want to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay. So, say whatever you want to say.
Okay. Oh, so all right. So basically you're the one like doubting yourself. Is that it? Or am I
No, no,
the
you you be the prospect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just yeah, everything just seems like a scam and I'm not quite sure if, this is real.
Gotcha. I mean, do you know the true definition of a scam?
Yeah.
What is it?
When you think something's real and you find out that you were taken advantage of and it's not what you thought it was.
Hmm. Exactly. And that's absolutely true, man. There are definitely scams out there in the world. But I mean, on the opposite side of that coin, I mean, do you also feel like people do make money online?
Yeah, of course.
Gotcha. So, do you feel like if you found the right thing, had the right training, and had everything you needed to succeed? I mean, do you feel like there's something out there that could possibly work for you? Or or do you feel like you're the only guy that can't make money online?
Right. No, I think if I had all those things together, I think yeah, it could possibly work for me.
Gotcha, man. So, and look, I'm sorry you went through some bad stuff before, and this is all stuff we had discovered, right? But I'm sorry you went through some stuff before, but I mean, and then we go through the same thing. Like, what's got you keeping on, right?
Hmm.
And then we just walk through that same scenario. But you basically want to boil it down to like, do you think you're the only guy in the world who has failed and not gotten results one time? Or like, do you think you're the only guy in the world who it's impossible to make money for online? Obviously, the answer is no, right? So it is possible. Like, do you agree that like you gotta like come to a common ground? Okay, it is possible to make money online. You just haven't found the right thing yet. Why haven't you found the right thing yet? And that's what you discover, right? So you gotta find some common ground. And it's always funny to like make a joke too. You're like, okay, so you're the only guy in the world that it's impossible to make money online for, right? So and then and they're like, haha, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean it's possible. But Terrell, does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Cool. So you just
Can I
wanna like,
can I just add something there, Michael?
yeah, what's up?
Is it um is it safe to ask this question after that about a determination like a 1 to 10, how determined are they?
Ooh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that'll make a
Yeah. But kind of like how we kind of like how we build motivation before we ask those questions in this flow chart. We want to get some motivation before we ask that question. Okay.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, and you're like, hey, what's got you keeping on? Okay, why is it important that you do that? I mean, and you could even ask like, do you feel like you deserve something like that? Why not? Right? If they say no, it's a severe lack of self-confidence and you got other issues, right? But if they say yeah, like, and then Rohani, you can throw yours in like 1 to 10. Like, how determined are you to make this work? I mean, you seem pretty determined to me, but I mean, just be honest.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. Love that question. And so that's the beauty of this, guys. Just be yourselves, right? Ask great questions. Listen. Rohani, I love that question. Absolutely. Um, any other questions on the doubt section and kind of like the three types of clients, or excuse me, prospects you can get? Cool.
No, it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Dylan, welcome. I know we're kind of in the middle of it. Any questions? You alive? Oh, must be on the toilet.
So what? 1 second. There he is. So I was trying to find. I was on my phone. Now all good here. I'm just keeping on with my current offer. I got a call one-on-one with Jared tomorrow, so we'll discuss things. But pretty much, long story short, I'm here to tune in and looking for a different role.
Hey, nice man. Any questions on what we've covered so far?
Nothing yet. I did miss most of it, but
I know. It's okay.
yeah, I came in late, but no questions on that, man. Just tuning in.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, hey, if you have anything, let us know. Marlon, are you still good on time? I know we're running over a little bit.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we asked doubt. We figured out, we've worst case scenario, we found some common ground that, hey, there is the possibility of something out there working for me, right? And the closer is going to have to take care of the rest and uncover that. But that's going to be in your notes, okay? So just to kind of recap, number one, hasn't done anything before. Number two, has done a few things and is still motivated. Number three, tried everything, completely jaded. Everything's a scam, right? We have to like rebuild their belief system. So they have a belief that something is possible. Cool. Now we have motivation. Aside from the goals and the pain and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So now you're going to recap, right? And this isn't a laundry list. You're not reading through every single one of your notes, okay? It's a conversation, for goodness sake. Hey, so do you mind if I share some thoughts with you, Jerome?
Sure.
Okay. Well, hey man, based on what you told me, I mean, you've been kind of, being been going paycheck to paycheck for the last couple of years. I mean, you haven't been able to spend time with your family, and I mean, you're missing a ton of your son's baseball games. And I mean, you told me you haven't been to one in the last 6 months. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Hmm. Okay. Well, hey, and is your goal still to hit, 10K a month, get out of this paycheck to paycheck and really like, kind of give your family everything you didn't have?
100%.
Okay, man. Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
Please.
Okay. Well, so, if that's the case, I mean, we've helped a lot of people in your situation, go from scenario to goal. Okay. And I really want you to get in with Marlon Lopez. He's actually one of our experts. He's amazing, and he's actually helped people in similar situations as you. And he's actually really cool. He's helped this one person with this one particular situation that you remind me of. So definitely ask him about that. Okay. But do you feel like if we were to get you in with one of our specialists, or we were to get you in with Marlon, and he was able to walk you through like a very specific step-by-step plan to help you get to that 10K, spend more time with your family, get out of this month-to-month paycheck deal? Do you feel like that would be helpful?
Yeah, for sure. I think it would be helpful.
Okay, gotcha. Um, yeah, I guess the next step, like, what do you got going on later today?
Mm, Not a whole lot. I actually have some time later on this evening.
Okay. Now, I want to make sure we can pick a time where you have at least an hour, you're in a quiet spot, next to a laptop where you and Marlon can really sit down and focus on the conversation so you guys can build a really good plan together. Um, so when you say you don't have much going on, like when would you have an hour free tonight?
Um, so 6 p.m. would be the best time for me. I'd
Okay.
be at home.
Okay. And what time zone are you
Taken
in?
care of. What was that?
What time zone are you in?
Oh, Eastern.
Eastern? Okay. I don't have a 6. Would a 7 o'clock work for you?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is fine.
Okay, so 7 to 8, like that 100% works for you?
100% works for me.
Gotcha, man. Okay, because I just don't want to get a call from Marlon saying you couldn't make it for some reason. Because look, the last thing I want to do is waste his time and your time. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Okay, man. So I've got you locked in for 7 o'clock. You got a reminder in your email. Can you go ahead and accept that for me and let me know when that's done?
Yep. Just opened it up and accepted it now.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I see that on my calendar. So I'm going to give you some homework. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So I got a 5-minute video. Now, the purpose of this video is to get you and Marlon on the same playing field. Okay. It's going to help you get the most out of your consultation. So is that something you can watch before you meet with him?
Yeah, for sure. It's only 5 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. And he's going to ask you about it. So make sure you watch it. Okay. So
Okay.
the last thing is I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a text right now. Let him know you're good to go for 7 o'clock Eastern tonight. And man, I really look forward, to seeing how that call goes and, talking to Marlon and making the plan. But Jarrell, we'll see you tonight. You take care. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks.
And that is how you provide leadership and tie somebody down and get them to show up on the next call. How did that feel, Jarrell?
Felt good. Felt normal.
Cool.
Didn't because I've been on some mock calls and I'm even guilty of this, but it's like you're trying to pack too much into that recap to where it's just like, okay, buddy, like like you're just reading back everything I basically said to you.
Yeah. And it's stupid. Like people don't want to feel like their life is a laundry list. They just
Mhm.
want you to say it like they understand, like you understand, right? And
Mhm.
so if we were sitting at a bar, Jarrell, and I go, man, Jarrell, let me just recap what you told me over the last hour. Right? And you're just like, you're weird, bro. Like,
Mhm.
I'm going home. Like, can I get my tab, please?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going home. So anyway, you just want it to sound natural and look, man, all you got to do is listen and care. That's it, right? You have to do that and you just have to lead, okay? You have to be confident in yourself and do those two things. That's it. So, um, Marlon, I know, thanks for hanging out with us. I know this took a little bit longer than expected, but was that walkthrough helpful for everybody?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And Marlon, like I don't expect you to do this on our mock call, right? This is just some training.
Okay.
But I'll post this in the chat. And what I would encourage you guys to do is actually write down this date today. That way you can come back to this training and rewatch it because this is going to be a good one for you, I promise.
Right.
All right. Um, Marlon, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool, man. And remember, just take a deep breath. All I want you to do is listen and ask good questions. We'll focus on pain or goals, and then we'll go to the other one, right?
Okay. You want me to do the like setting up the call and with the with the closer or just
We'll just go through
until
discovery.
okay.
Yeah. And so you're like, hey, can I share a few thoughts? Cool. And then we'll stop there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, hey, this is Michael.
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Marlon from the Marathon Fitness program. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey man, the reason of my call is because I saw you recently request information about starting a fitness program with us. This is a bad time for having this call.
No, it's not a bad time.
Okay, so just to make sure, like my main goal here is to provide you some information so you can decide if this program is the best for you. Uh, we basically focus in two type of programs. Is the losing weight program and the gaining muscle. So in which one are you looking for?
Really looking to like right now I'm looking really looking to just lose weight.
Lose weight,
Yeah.
man, and why are you looking to lose weight?
Well, pretty fast. I'm just kidding. So, I mean, I want to do it naturally, you know, diet, exercise. I don't want to like take any pills or anything crazy that's gonna like make my heart explode. Um, yeah, I just want to make sure I do it naturally, you know, and gradually in a healthy way.
O- Okay, so you wanna lose like in a natural way, but why like do you have like any specific reason why you being motivated to make this change?
Yeah, actually, I just had a relative pass away, and it was kind of sudden. It was weird. It was actually my wife's aunt.
Wow.
And you know, one minute we're talking to her on the phone, you know, and the next day she's just gone, right? Because of some illness and complication. I'm like, hey, you know, I don't want my weight to become a problem, right? I don't want it to create any other health issues.
Well, what kind of like what happened to her?
Well, not exactly sure, but like she had like a weak heart. She was also overweight and she got COVID and like a bunch of other like medical complications just kind of lined up, and then she was just like gone the next day, just on
Wow,
life support. Yeah, and then she didn't last long on that.
that sucks. Sorry for your loss. But Michael, have you been having any like any kind of these conditions or how you been feeling?
Hmm. Um, I don't know. I felt like it might just be in my head, but I feel like maybe my heart is having like some irregular heartbeats, but I don't know if that's just me overthinking it or whatnot. I just, you know, my main thing is I don't want it to get to that point. Yeah.
Um, so how you feel right now? with your weight? I mean, you feel like you're with overweight? I mean, or you feel like how is that like, I mean, for you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel overweight. Um, and I probably want to lose, I don't know, I would say probably 60 pounds would be awesome.
And do you have like any specific time frame to get to that goal?
Yeah, I'd like to, I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but I mean, 10 pounds a month over the next 6 months.
Yeah, I mean that's a doable goal per month. Um, but let me say, you're gonna need a lot of discipline to get that to that goal. So have you tried like for how long that been like a issue for you, like this thing of the overweight?
Mm, I mean, it's really gotten to me over the last couple of years. I mean, I think it's been a gradual problem over the last five, though.
Okay, and did you try to do something like respect to your overweight?
Honestly, no, I haven't tried anything. Um,
Why?
well, I've just been like super busy with work and it hasn't really been on my mind. And then, it's kind of like when my wife lost her aunt, it was kind of like a wake up call, you know? Hey, man, like, get your shit together.
So it seems like you're ready to make this change in your life.
Yeah.
And what about like about food? Like how's your nutrition? Uh, do you s- you do you try to stay healthy or you don't even like care about your nutrition? How's that?
Um, I wouldn't say I don't care. I just look, man, I'm busy. I don't eat the best. I would probably say pretty poorly most of the time because I just grab whatever's convenient,
Hmm.
and if like I come upstairs at 7 o'clock at night, the kids have already eaten and they're like brushing their teeth and things are in the fridge. I don't know, just like eat whatever's available.
Whatever comes first, huh?
Yeah.
So how important is this for you? I mean, from 1 to 10, how important is this change in your life?
After kind of going through um after my wife lost her aunt, like, it kind of hit me. So I would say like this is a solid 10 for me right now. I mean,
Fine.
it's really worrying my wife as well, and she constantly asks me about it.
Um, that's good because something like we request or like future clients or customers is like having like the commitment that to have like the discipline on this because we're gonna require to them like to having like sessions from one
Hmm.
hour to 1 hour, 2.5, 3 to 4 times in a week. So do you think like this is something you can make it?
Like an hour a day.
Yeah, per day. But you have to do it at least from 3 to 4 days in a week so you can see the results. Because
Hmm.
otherwise, if you only do like 1 hour in
Um,
a week, you're not gonna get it.
yeah, I can make that work for sure.
Okay, and that's good. And have you tried like before, like any kind of a sport or activity, like running, going to the gym, or playing
Hmm.
basketball, anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I laugh because I that's actually how I injured my knee. I was playing basketball before and that's when everything kind of started to go downhill. But I mean, I used to be in super shape, right? I used to run like 8 miles a day. It was crazy. Um so yeah, I used to do a bunch of stuff, but that was, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. I haven't done really anything in the last like 5 years.
Wow, that's a long time. I mean, how you feel like in that moment, like in your life, in your best shape, I would say in your prime.
It felt really good, man. I felt like I could do anything.
And you wanna recover that feeling?
Yeah, for sure. That would be awesome. I mean, it was a lot of work. I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to that point, but I would definitely like to get closer to that point.
Don't worry, we're gonna make sure you can get back to that shape and feel in that in your in your prime in your prime again. Um, so this decision you're looking to make right now, is something supported by your family, by your wife, or is something like is up to you?
Um, yeah, she's super supportive. I mean, she's actually the one that wanted me to get on this call.
That's good. How you think is gonna impact like this change in your life in the future and like in the whole areas of your life?
Um, Honestly, I know my wife would love it. I mean, you know, she gets her super strong,
She
skinny husband back, right?
she's gonna enjoy the results.
Nah, yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think the kids will have fun watching me do it. And look, man, like I definitely want to be a good example for them too.
Okay. I mean that's awesome. Like giving them the this example, like making exercise and staying healthy. But just one last question. What happened to your knee?
My knee, like,
Yeah.
so it was I think it was back in 2017. I was playing basketball with some guys, and I was like in really good shape. Um, and I went up for a layup, and I came down. I heard this loud pop, and long story short, ended up being like a torn meniscus, and it doesn't bother me so much anymore. But that's really kind of where I stopped working out because it just hurt so much, and I didn't want surgery because it wasn't like worth it, and I would just have more problems down the road. But I feel like it's pretty much healed now. And I'm just kind of, again, after the death in the family, like I just, want to start something.
Wow, man, that's a tough injured. But and have you tried like to do rehab after, like after you've been feeling good to like I don't know, like to feel what is the status of your knee?
It's fine. It's like basically fully healed right now.
So you're not gonna have like issues if you go to the gym with your knee and
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I actually got it x-rayed last year, x-rayed, MRI'd last year. Yeah, MRI'd last year, and it was fully healed.
Okay, Michael. Do you mind if I can ask you a personal question?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Um, for making this investment, do you have like savings for, I mean, do you have like any amount saving for this investment?
Yeah, how much does something like this cost?
I just want to be honest with you. I can give you like a specific price right now because every client is different, so that can vary, right, the price, but I can give you like the range is from 2K to 5K, like the whole process.
Hmm.
Um, so from 1 to 10, how comfortable are you in this range?
Like really comfortable, like money is not an issue.
Okay, that's sweet. So I have idea. I can set you up a meeting with one of our coaches so they
Hmm.
can explain you a little bit better how it's gonna be built your game plan, your routines, your nutritional plan, and how the system works. This is something you would like to do?
Yeah, that sounds really good, really helpful.
Okay, that's cool, Michael. So how is looking your schedule for later?
Looks open. That's good, man.
So you have free availability.
Yeah, we can pause.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. How do you think you did, man?
So much better than the first time and second time.
I agree. It's definitely way better. Marlon, I felt like you did such a good job. Now, the one thing was I felt like there was a little bit of hopping around there, from like pain to goals to pain to goals.
Yeah.
But I think you did a much, much better job of like active listening, which is really what I wanted to see. Um, and the confidence in which you asked the questions was really good. Um, I didn't ever feel like you were timid. And dude, I think from last week, just your active, like this time or 2 weeks ago, your active listening skills have gotten better. I can tell you practiced. So congrats, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and pass you.
Thank you so
And
much.
because I think you have. Yeah. Let's go, dude. I know you've been
Thank you.
working hard, but I'm passing you because you have like a really, really good foundation, to go succeed on an offer now, right? You can actively listen, you can be confident. And look, man, you did a call in front of a bunch of other people. You're going to be talking one-on-one, so you're going to be totally fine. So
Thank you.
I think you got what it takes. I think you got a lot of courage. So go forth and conquer, and we'll upload this call so you can have the review. But
Okay.
congrats, dude. How you feeling?
Thank you, Michael. Pretty good actually. I know I have like a lot of room to improvement, and also I'll be I'll be like practicing with the guys in the group as well. But I feel good. I mean, just different when I'm not nervous.
Yeah, I
But
know it.
something I noticed is like when one time like Jarrell said this, it was like taking notes is making you to disconnect from the call. And I think like this time I just tried to take the less notes I can and be like more active in the call.
Hmm.
And I think that was like the thing was different.
Yeah, 100%. And dude, like the if you can have a great call without notes, fine, right? But the reason you need to take notes
Is for the closer.
is for the
So
closer,
I know.
100%. Yeah. But if you can have a great call and not mark down a single thing, go for it. It's just like you just got to make sure you put the notes in right after the call, otherwise it's gonna fly right out of your head.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude. Yeah. That was awesome. I felt like you actively listened. The one thing I do want you to work on though is just like let's stay in pain and then let's have that clear transition to goals. Okay. Or vice
Yeah.
versa. Right.
I feel I was jumping a little bit.
Yeah. But dude, you asked some really good questions. I felt like you were pretty comfortable. So you did well, man.
Thank you.
Really, really good. So, I mean, we're already running over. Any questions for me about anything? No questions? Anyone struggling with anything? Need help?
No.
No? Cool. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I hope we learned a lot today. And Rohani, you're leading the charge next week to get people to show up to the Friday call. So
Yeah, I'm going to make a big announcement.
perfect. Do me a favor, guys. Go in and then post your takeaways, honest takeaways from today's call. Let's motivate the troops. Let's get them on some calls this week, and let's build this crowd back up. I feel like we're slacking a little bit. Not you guys, everybody else. All right,
Okay.
guys. Hey, take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.
All
Bye-bye,
right. See you
guys.
next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Congrats, Marlon.